Welcome to Tales of Myth and Mayhem. I am Mark. I am your storyteller. We are once again playing Kult Divinity Lost, the Black Madonna. As you might see if you're paying any attention with your eyes, which you don't have to be, we are missing both Aaron and Lanhee. This is not because they're dead or don't like us or anything, they just are busy, they have lives. They'll be back in 2 weeks. So, we will be doing some role-playing with, of course, Lavaita and Yeti, who can now introduce themselves and their characters, and then we will get started. So, Yeti.
Hello, I'm Yeti, and I'll be playing Mike Rasche, the ex-policeman.
Very nice. And Lavaita.
Hello, I'm Lavaita. I'll be playing Elisabeth König, who's a rare book dealer from Berlin.
Very cool. And I, as always, will be playing every other motherfucker, so any mistakes are on me. And I actually need to say hello to Rob Manson as well.
I mean, case in point, since you're playing my mother, who's in the process of deserting me forever.
This is true. Right, so the last time we were here, we had a full contingent of players. They visited Magda Orlova's apartment in Hamburg, which they found empty. And despite having a little look through, gathering some information, they went away basically none the wiser to what's going on, with the plan to then visit Magda's apartment in Berlin. They'd all agreed they were going to be heading back, although not all together. There's obviously different plans. Hamburg to Berlin's a couple of hours in the train. So later on that Sunday night, the next day, Sunday, all of them headed off, got the train back, some together, some not. I take it Elisabeth and Sophia would probably have went together. Everyone would have arranged to meet on the Monday night to go visit Magda, all of them having now a either vested or morbid interest in what's going on. And that's how we'll explain it with them not being here, because, you know, we're being nice. Elisabeth. The shop was, of course, closed when you arrive. It's late Sunday afternoon, coming on to early evening. Streets are empty. Shops are all closed anyway. You see, sitting in the window, a small grey ball of fur. Yawns as it sees you, turns around, lifts its tail, shows its arsehole, and walks off into the shop. Inside.
Oh, well.
Sorry?
At least Mendel's okay then.
Mendel, once you open the door, you don't see him. Lights, kind of diffuse when you turn it on. There's still a lot of dust here. No matter how much you dust in this place, the books just seem to attract it. What does the shop look like?
It's a kind of L shape with it's quite wide. Goes back sort of 5 or 6 meters, maybe 7 or 8 meters now I think about it. And there's a section off to the right, which is accessible to the public, and then there's an area at the back which is where all the storage and stuff is. There's also a small basement area which I don't really use very much. But that's pretty much the design of the shop. It's got a window as well. It's not. I don't make a big deal of the window, but there's some books on display, but they've been on display for a long time. Don't often change it up.
And do you live above the shop or
nearby? I've got a small apartment nearby, but I don't really. It's just a place to sort of sleep and spend time when I'm not in the shop or doing something else. So it's kind of it's lived in, it's occupied, but it's not homely exactly.
Makes sense. You hear the cat meowing somewhere near the back. Otherwise, silent.
And she'll check if there's been any post or anything. top up the cat's water if there's water, but the cat generally does its own thing. It comes and goes as it wants. It's not really her cat. It's a stray that she kind of just looks after, and they spend time together, but she's not really feeling a sense of ownership over the cat. It's just there a lot of the time. But yeah,
small pile of mail that you kick as you come into the door. You come in the door.
Mm-hmm.
Most of it's junk. A couple of things about books you've been inquiring about. Inquiries from others about books. Postcard from an old friend. And then one in handwriting that you recognise. It's it's not exactly like it was when you knew him. And it's been a while since you spoke to him.
So she'll carry it through. She doesn't want to turn on too many lights lest the general public assume that the shop is open and start
It's a
to come
Sunday.
in.
No shops
Yeah.
open.
I know, but just in case. You don't want to look too habitable. So she'll take the stuff into the back where the sort of little office stroke storage area is and look at the post in there.
I say most of it's junk or bills.
She'll sort that as appropriate.
And a letter from Marcus.
Well, that's a name that's going back a bit. She probably feels a little bit guilty seeing that name again. And in fact, you know what? That could be a role, now I remember. Yeah, in the first game session or whenever everything appears okay. Is that cool?
Yeah, of course.
17. So the guilt isn't on my mind. Oh no, yes, more than 15.
Yeah, guilt's not on your mind. You are able to push it back a little bit. And also, you asked the Brian why. Have you not remember any of the games you played with me? Kult?
Oh, we've died most of the time. Yeah, I understand that, but I'm just like, why should this person not be trying too hard to survive?
You open the letter. Liebe Elisabeth. And you see the hand is shaky. I just wanted to tell you. And the ink right in front of your eyes starts to fade. As if water. You try to look ahead on it and it's just damaged. It's disappearing right in front of you. You get a strong smell of mold.
She puts it down immediately. Oh, okay. I was going to say puts it down immediately, but that is also a valid response. I just need to... Okay, that window is now vanished.
Yay.
I had it already. It was all carefully tiled. That would be an 8.
So tell me, you become angry, sad, scared, guilt-ridden?
I think somewhere between sad and guilt-ridden.
Drop your stability by 1.
Where is that one here? There we go.
You feel the paper fall apart in your hands. You see the mold, the residue of it on your fingers.
Immediately taking my hands to the sort of sink area or get a cloth or something and just wipe it off. Don't want that stuff on me.
You wipe, and you wipe, and you wipe, and you keep wiping because it's not coming off. You see in the mirror your face. Your eyes are gone. And you wake up. Your head on the desk of your shop, your shop counter. You must have nodded off. It was a tiring journey. Mike, where do you call home?
Where do I go home?
Yes, where do you call home? Where is it you go
Ah,
when you're
call.
out to
Sorry.
Berlin?
Yes. Well, I've only moved to Berlin half a year or so ago. And I've managed to find a little apartment in, well, I guess what still is the East. Um, Feels a little more like home, even though, of course, everything here is a lot busier and also a bit more cosmopolitan. Um, it's only small, 1.5 rooms, maybe 30 square meters. But I don't need a lot, and it's fairly central. Um, it's sparse, let's say. The cat's making a nuisance. Um, and as I enter, the air smells stale. Um, and there's certainly no cat to greet me.
No, but the light on your answering machine blinks steadily.
I drop my duffel bag in the hallway, and take one step towards the cabinet that holds the phone and the answering machine. Press the button.
Mike, it's Jochen. I need you to give me a full debrief on what happened with that romance writer. Seems she's appeared in the news and isn't too happy about that.
Oh, crap.
Give me a shout Monday morning, please.
Well, I guess it's sort of midday on the Sunday now. It's not too early to call someone, even if they maybe did some observation during the night or whatever. So I ring him right back to figure out what's been going on with Melissa. I hope she's not in trouble. I mean, she was rather nice to me, honestly. Let's see if I can clear this up right away. Get it out of my mind.
He answers quite quickly. Mike.
Ah, yeah. Hi. I just got back to Berlin. Sorry, just arrived. Just had your message right now. What happened? What's wrong with Melissa?
Turns out that the rock star she was with didn't have the best intentions, let's say.
He did seem a bit of a jerk. I'm so sorry. Well, we were set at the same table at the gala, and I mean they hit it right off. I thought he was so much full of hot air that you wouldn't believe he didn't take off right there and then. But she thought it was charming apparently, and I guess. Well, I guess that didn't last longer than 2 days.
She did contact us to tell us that you'd been relieved. However, I think she might regret that now.
Listen, I'm really sorry. Do you think should I get in touch with her?
No, we'll deal with that. It might come to lawyers, but we might need you to look into him after this. If this damages our reputation, Mike, I'd like to pay it back in kind. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, not a problem. I mean, again, she seemed quite smitten with him, but I thought he was. I make a gagging noise.
Should have said something at the time. Not saying it's your fault, but you should trust your gut a bit more, Mike.
Right. Sorry about that.
Look, I'll be in the office a little bit late tomorrow morning. Come in, we'll grab a coffee. Have a chat about what's
Thank
going
you.
on.
Yeah, that's great of you. Thank you. Did you get anything about those Russian guys? Or I guess you can tell me then.
Oh, not much so far. They don't seem to be the most upright of people, Mike. Are these people that you are getting involved with? The Kramer, Philip Kramer, he seems a bit sketchy. Easier to get info on him. He's a bit of a junkie.
Ugh. Yeah, all the most savoury guys.
Just be
What
careful,
a
okay?
fun bunch. Thanks, Jochen, always.
Bis morgen.
Bis morgen.
Phone clicks. There's another message waiting.
Right. Let's listen to that then.
It's silent for a heartbeat second. Mike? I don't know when you get this. I don't know where you are. I hope you're well. It's Annette.
Oh. Does she sound unwell? Like that sounds a bit,
Not unwell, no. Wait a second. She seems to be taking her time with whatever it is.
Right. I mean, I guess, like the Melissa thing, I really wanted to clear that up quickly, and I'm thinking that Annette might, take a bit longer, so I actually take my bag into the bedroom and, take my shoes off and start unpacking before I call her back.
Quieter, but she's not finished the message yet.
Oh gosh. That was a long message. How long's that tape?
Okay, huh? Wait a minute. Something's caught. Yeah, fucking. Apologies.
Happens to me all the time with my hair.
Sorry about that. I have something I need to tell you, Mike. Can we meet? Can you call me when you get back? And we can meet up. I'll be in Berlin for the next few days.
That's convenient.
Yeah. Works with the plot.
Yeah, I guess I'll have to arrange something with her. Did she leave a number of where she'll be in Berlin?
Yeah. She left the number for you to call back. She didn't say.
Or else she's just filthy rich and has a mobile already.
Does she fuck?
No.
Leipzig was the first city I lived in Germany. She definitely didn't have a mobile. Anyway. Head to the room, start to unpack. Your shoes off. It's been a long, long day. What do you want to do?
I make myself a cup of tea and proceed to call back in it.
Very gruff voice answers the phone. Hello?
Hi, Annette, it's me. I've just come back and heard your message. Are you okay?
I'm not Annette. Who's this?
Oh, sorry. This is Mike Rusher. Annette left a message for me to call her back under your number. I'm sorry.
Ah. Yeah, hold on, I'll get her. You hear footsteps. A door being opened. A moment later. Ah, Mike, I didn't know if you'd get back to me so quickly. How are you?
I'm a bit tired. Had a big job in Hamburg and just got back, and everything's been a bit weird. But are you okay? You sounded, I don't know, is something up?
Like, I'm getting remarried.
All right. Yeah. Good for you, honestly. Congratulations.
And I'm pregnant.
Good for you. Congratulations.
I didn't want you to find out from anyone else.
No, it's. I'm sorry. No, this is. This is what I want for you. This is for the best, and I'm so glad that you're getting all the things you always wanted.
Yes, because you couldn't give them to me. You almost ruined my life, Mike.
Oh.
You were standing in my way. All you cared about was that fucking job. You know I was cheating on you. The whole fucking time you couldn't even come home and fuck me. I was cheating on you. And I'm marrying him now. You remember Hans?
Whoa. Enough already.
You could never, ever give me the child that I wanted. And even if you did...
Look, I said congratulations, and I'm happy for you. What is wrong with you?
Because you're a failure, Mike. You couldn't even be a policeman in Leipzig. I'm just so glad. I'm so glad that you're sick now. I can't wait
I'm what?
to spit on your grave.
Annette?
Mike?
I hold the
Mike,
phone away
okay?
from me like it's a snake.
Mike, are you okay? Look, I didn't mean to give you a shock. I didn't... Look, Mike, please talk to me. You're being really quiet.
Excuse me, could you repeat what you just said?
I said I know that it was a sore point that we didn't have kids, Mike, and I know... Look, I don't want you to feel bad about it. I don't want you to feel that it was your fault or anything else. It's just that these things sometimes happen.
Sorry, yes, it's okay. It's okay. I just... Oh, sorry. It's... Yes, thank you. It's... I understand. I feel the same. I'm honest. I'm glad for you.
We'll keep it together, please, Mike.
By all means. Bloody hell. Oh yeah, that's a beautiful 6.
Excellent. So, I forgot you should have got 2 bloody things. So, first of all, let's drop by 2 stability, which Elizabeth...
Yeah, that this doesn't feel life changing, but it's bad enough already.
I am expecting my Oscar though, as Stupid Ian said. I'll get it. Don't worry, one of these days there'll be some Oscar for people who talk shite on Twitch, and I'll get it. You start to babble to her. What sort of things would you say to her if your mind... So your true thoughts about her, you maybe babble to her? Hi, Infinite Monkey Tales, thank you very much for the raid. We are playing Kult Divinity Lost, the Black Madonna, and I'm just making my player characters merciful, so thank you.
I start sobbing, which I think she's only seen me cry once, which was when I lost my job. So, like the previous 5 years of our relationship, I've always been the man of steel, and now I keep falling apart in front of her, over and over again. And I saw a bit in between. I apologize, and I just cut the most pitiful figure.
She's look, mate. I told you it's not. It's nothing you could have done. Everything that happened, it's no wonder that you were so weak, that you couldn't even keep me happy. In fucking Leipzig, you could not be a police officer. You couldn't handle the stress of wearing that uniform that on you just looked like shit. You ran off.
She
to
keeps
West Berlin.
insulting me, and there is the point where I will just smash the phone into the ground until it breaks into pieces.
You will, but not yet. You babble, you talk to her, and you hear the longest stream of everything bad you've thought about yourself, Mike. Everything you could have imagined that she thought of you, you hear. And then you start saying things back to her. Horrible, horrible things. You hear her cry. Look, I said, I'm sorry, I didn't want to do this to you. I'm sorry, okay, I won't call you back, I won't. And you hear the dial tone, and you smash that fucking handset into the ground. Elisabeth, what's going on with you?
Finding the mute button, first of all.
Oh, that's always a good one.
Yeah, it makes the rest a bit easier. Having checked out the bookshop, she's taken the post-its of interest to her. She's going to look at it later. The dream was just a dream, nothing to worry about there. So she's going to take that back to her little apartment, which is in Charlottenburg. Did I pronounce that right?
Mm-hmm. Charlottenburg.
I've realised I put that on my character sheet, so I did know where she lived. She is going to unpack her stuff, carefully hang the dress up from the event she got especially and doesn't really wear very much, so she's going to keep that somewhere safe. Get the stuff that needs washed, especially I guess whatever she was wearing when she slept at the hotel, because those were not good nights for her. And yeah, just generally do evening things, make tea, maybe some soup or something to eat.
Mendel comes up. So did you start making something to eat? Rubs against your legs, in between them, jumps on the counter just as you go to put the ham on the sandwich and nips it away.
Well, someone's not been getting enough food, and she takes out another bit of ham, I guess.
You get back to your couch, get the mail, go through it again, various.
I mean, she discarded the junk mail as she was before she left the shop with it.
But the offers and the information coming back, the lists of books that they have for offer. There's more and more from the east that are opening up. Go down through the list, checking off. There's definitely some choice things there. What do you do with the rest of your night?
She's going to unpack anything that remains, tidy things up, make sure things are ready for the next morning, and get an early night probably, and hope that she doesn't have terrible dreams this time. Because I can't imagine she's feeling too rested after the last couple of days.
Oh, you're still feeling ill as well.
Yeah.
Scratching at your arms, so like your neck, your face. No fever, just a raised temperature. The cat comes and gives you a little bit of attention every so often. Your phone rings.
She'll answer it, because she's conventional like that.
It's not bad. You hear Marcus's voice. Here this place is a vessel. The shards are counted. We call not names but functions, labour, passage, removal, gather divine light in columns, build fragments to measure, the residue remains, name spark is held, number the broken, and hold their light. It was your fault, Elisabeth. My scars are because of you.
I didn't make you read that.
You said you wouldn't give me anything bad to translate. You tried to hide all of that. All the darkness that you wanted to share, you and your little friend Anna.
Anna is... I have nothing to do with Anna anymore. She's... I wish I'd never met her.
Stop speaking. It's just breathing.
I'm sorry about what happened. I truly am.
Not sorry enough. The line goes dead. The hum of the disconnected tone.
And she'll hang up and curse, probably. Was there an actual letter from Marcus as well? That wasn't just part of the dream? I'm hazy on this.
Yes, there was.
She might open that up and read it and see if it makes any more sense than what he just said on the phone.
Starts off again. It's shaky. Is it right your name? Liebe Elisabeth. I'm sorry it took me so long to write. I didn't know what to say. I couldn't put the things into words. I lost my place. I know you never meant for any of this to happen. I know that you love me, and I loved you, and we both loved our work. I just want you to know that when I'm gone, it wasn't your fault. Please don't think it was. Please remember the better times. Alles Liebe, Marcus. You can see on the paper a couple of wet spots, kind of crumpled, so with like the water, you know when you get a drop of water or something on the kind of goes like a pruned finger.
Yeah, it kind of dries differently.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I should probably reply to that, but not tonight. Not after the phone call as well. That's... feels too sharp. The letter was written from a kind of place than the phone call felt. Maybe I'll respond to the letter when I respond to it rather than to the phone call.
You heading to bed?
I think she might. It's not a homely apartment by many means, but she's got a fair number of books there, partly because of work and partly just because of interest. She's probably going to pick out something that she liked as a child, and I'm hesitating about choosing one because I'm so far removed from the culture of someone who was born in 1948, 49, and what would be homely and make her think of the past and when things were simpler, but try and get her head in a better place before she goes to sleep.
Okay. Mike, what about you? After this phone call, after you pull yourself together?
Yeah, I'm just thoroughly distressed at this point.
Her
I
sobs
think
at the end are echoing in your mind.
after a while I pick myself up and I start tidying up. That always calms me down. Trouble is, I mean, I've not been here. It's not really dirty, you know. There's only so much I can do. I scrub the kitchen. I scrub the bathroom. Then I decide to take a shower and scrub myself. Never mind, this didn't help. I start doing push-ups and sit-ups and little exercises like that until I'm utterly exhausted.
And you are. You cleaned yourself, now you're covered in sweat again. But it's a fresh sweat, it's not stale, it doesn't feel kind of, well, a lot of the taste of what's happened, is no longer in your mouth. You're tired, probably as tired as you've been since the fever hit you.
Yeah, I noticed how weak I've become, you know, from the fever, and how that was way below what I should be usually able to do, and I hate myself for it. And I smack myself, I call myself weak, make myself do 5 more, you know, then really can't keep going, and finally just, you know, collapse on the bed, too tired to even sob anymore.
And you feel the
Just
muscles
full
burning
of
again you.
self-loathing, but, you know, so tired that I mercifully don't feel it forever.
Both of you sleep. And the room is dark. You hear the skittering that you've both been hearing almost every night. You hear the sobs of children, and Mike, you know for a fact this child is Annette's child, and it's crying because its mum is gone. It has no dad. You should have been its dad. In the darkness, you don't see it. You just hear. What do you want to do?
I listen for a long time. You know, too afraid of making anybody else unhappy. Whenever I do anything, it results in people being unhappy, apparently. And when I can't bear it, I call out into the darkness. I say, "Daddy's here."
And a chuckle. And the sobbing continues. You hear it's off to your right somewhere. As you take a step, you realise your legs are much shorter than they should be. Elisabeth, you hear laughter. So really warm, joyous laughter. A woman's voice. Then you hear her say something absolutely despicable about Jewish people, about trans people, about gay people, about Catholics. How something needs to be done. And she says it in the sweetest voice you can imagine. She says it in the exact voice that she used talking to you over coffee, discussing texts that you both looked out and read. And you hear the skittering. What do you do?
Looking around for the source of the voice, I'm assuming there isn't anything. Obviously,
so
they're too dark.
Yeah. If you hold out your hand, you don't even see your fingers.
Just kind of move away from where the voice is. If that's who I think it is, I can just leave them to the skittering thing.
You hear another voice, sobbing. A voice you heard not long ago on the phone. Saying, please, please don't. I don't want to do this. Please no. I'll never look at anything like that again. I promise. I will never. I didn't mean to read it. I didn't want to read it. Please, please don't. Please.
And she mumbles almost to herself, I didn't know, you didn't know, we couldn't have known. I didn't know what was in that book. I still don't really know what's in that book.
You hear a small gasp of pain. Mike, you hear the cough of an old man. And it's a cough that always worries you. Because whenever your dad gets ill, it goes right to his lungs. Of course, if Mike's not paying attention, then there's no point in me saying this, is there?
No, I'm taking notes. I'm listening.
Sorry, I just saw you there. I was like, okay, no, she's busy. I shouldn't have started there. You hear the cough.
Am I still little?
You're still little.
Just I take a couple steps towards where the coughing's coming from.
What did your dad's living room look like?
Fairly colourful. You know, the decor has probably been there for 15 years at this point, so you know all the oranges and browns are dulled a bit, but it's still, you know, it's an autumnal room, if you will, very warm. Lots of textile furnishings. It's cozy. So it was a good home. I liked it.
See a light. So dim, the kind of browning lampshade. It was once white. Over it. You see a man towers above you. He coughs and looks at you. Mike, what are you doing here?
I heard you coughing. Are you okay? Do you need tea?
Tea always helps, doesn't it?
I'll put the kettle on. It's gonna be alright.
You're standing in the kitchen. The wallpaper hasn't been changed since Stalin died. Make the tea. You turn back, and it's not your dad sitting in the chair. It's a man you've only seen once. He's very gaunt. Looks like he hasn't eaten in a while. His pupils are the size of teacups. It's Philip Kramer.
Whoa.
Elisabeth, what you doing? Are you muted?
I was, but I was also making some notes.
Right.
She can't see Marcus. She can just hear Marcus, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
She's going to try and move towards him and try and comfort him to some extent.
You move. You hear the sound of something lashing out, and another yelp of pain. This time not a gasp, this time an actual small scream. Look, I tell you, I won't read anymore. I promise I won't. What are you doing? What? And the scream is so loud it shakes you. Roll keep it together, please.
I got another 8, which is really strange.
Oh. Lose 2 stability, please. You stop.
It's doing so well. Okay.
And the light comes up. And you see Marcus hanging from the ceiling, his neck swollen purple. His eyes are gouged out. There's a book at his feet.
She'll just glance at what the book is. Is it the book that Marcus was checking before?
No. This is a book called, and I forgot to leave it open. Give me a wee second. Yeah, no, not there. The Power of Dreams.
Oh, the irony.
The body swings back and forth. There's blood still dripping from the eyes. Er was schwach. Nicht arisch.
Sorry? I knew this would happen.
Yeah, I'm trying not to say anything that could get Yeti or I in trouble. Yeah.
You can tell me
Anna's
after,
voice.
that's fine.
No, Schwach is weak. Arish is Aryan.
Oh, right, okay. I dislike that strongly.
You hear Anna's voice. Still warm. Just like when you used to talk. She's went much further than when you were friends. When she was just talking about the utility of these
Yeah,
things.
there was a
and why.
very good reason we stopped talking.
Yeah. She walks over to Marcus and pushes his body so it starts swinging around in circles.
Elizabeth snaps at her, don't touch him. Get away. You didn't understand.
You try to, but you can't. You... In the moment, you have no power over your voice. Getting an 8 on a keep it together roll has some consequences.
That... Oh, I'll tell you later, don't worry.
She smiles at you. You're not weak, are you, Elizabeth?
You don't know the half of it, Anna. How do you study that stuff and not see what it is?
Oh, I know exactly what it is. I saw what they saw. They had many more things right than you do. Don't get me wrong. A lot of it was bullshit. But some of it, things reaching back to our past, things about strength, things about who deserves the power. These things were right.
We were both always searching for something. I don't think you found the thing you should have found.
Oh, I did. I found exactly what I needed. She laughs.
One day you might realise there's more than that.
Hear this place as a vessel. And she steps towards you. The shards are counted. We call not names but functions. Labour.
Stop saying that.
Passage. Removal. Gather divine light in columns, bind fragments to measure the residue remains, the named spark is held. Number the broken and hold their light. And she reaches in and you feel her hand grasp your heart and you begin to scream. Mike. You see a needle sticking out of Kramer's arm. Some tea would be lovely. Thank you, son.
I put it down, sort of dumbfounded. Sort of only accepting this with dream logic. I think I've not actually been in the presence of anybody shooting up before. Obviously I have heard of this, and I have strong moral reservations. I think this is very wrong. Like a failing your own body, but also failing your society. Like, this is really sinful to me in a non-religious way. And I keep staring, at his arm, at what he's doing to himself, sort of with an unhealthy fascination, almost as if I was watching porn, like disgusted but can't look away.
You see, he presses the plunger in. Its head is pupils the size of teacups. It's, if possible, they get even bigger. Is there sugar in the tea? I like lots of sugar.
I'll bring it. And I go and bring the sugar bowl over from the kitchen counter.
You know, you look much more like me than I thought you would.
I look sort of down my own body. Obviously, I can't see my own face. Am I still a child?
No, you're back to...
I look at his face and sort of try and discern if he's speaking the truth. If maybe this is the drugs speaking. If he's... Clearly, he's just a junkie. What is he talking about? Or do I see a resemblance?
You do see a resemblance. There's something much closer there to you than there is to your father.
I think this comes to me as an utter shock. I mean, I hadn't seen Philip before last weekend, right? Or last week. So just knowing that there is this man that I weirdly resemble, and he knows Magda, but he's also detestable and has a bad reputation and is sketchy as all hell. Oh, yeah, I feel disgust and sort of, like realization seeping into my mind that I didn't want this to be true, but it seems very likely, and it chills me down to the bones.
He starts to whisper something. You can't.
What do I hear? I can't hear. I can't understand. Is it Russian?
Doesn't sound like it.
Well, I think I'm torn between moving in closer, trying to understand, and being too disgusted and scared to move closer. He's filthy and disgusting, and at the same time, I can't stop staring at him. Gosh, that dimple. I have that dimple.
He looks at you, right in the eyes. Achtarat chagidio, farotia markotat. Adanan oppresso circolo stadat, circolo fundat, in nomine chagidio, disparatex canata, pedotris Achtarat. I won't let you kill me. And you feel teeth sink into your throat as the flesh is ripped out. And both of you wake, not rested at all.
Oh, this is horrible. This is the worst night I've had. I think even worse than the one deadly sick. Being eaten by rats.
I like that one. That was a good one.
At least then we didn't have to go to work the next day.
This is true.
Elizabeth's going to wash, make some very strong tea before she goes and opens up the shop properly.
Wash. Tea. Phone doesn't ring. The mail has been checked. You head to the shop. What time do you usually open it?
Usually 10 o'clock. No one's looking for occult or rare books before 10 o'clock.
Not with that attitude, I'm not. Why do you think people started going to Amazon? They're not getting my occult books for 10? Fuck that. Online. Sorry, not breaking the fiction here. I wouldn't do that. The cat came with you again.
And you know what? I don't mind the company today.
Bookshop's just as you left it. Maybe seems dustier. How could that be?
Then she'll give it a clean, have a look around. Idly thinking of the events of the last few days, she'll look and see if she does have that book by Kramer that she remembered the previous day.
You look through your books. You look through the indexes you keep. And you should have a copy of The Power of Dreams by Philip Kramer. You look, you can't find it. What do you want to do?
I guess she'll look through her records in case she's sold it and forgotten to update her inventory.
Definitely not been sold.
Very curious. Maybe check if other people I know might have a copy of it or access to a copy, maybe a local library.
Call the library. Oh, Elizabeth, hi. You've not called in a while?
Well, you know, I've never really got a shortage of books actually, and it's been a busy few weeks with various things. But I was looking for something
to
specific.
donate again. That last bundle was greatly appreciated.
Not this time, but I've got a pile gathering that I will have to double check, and then hopefully I'll have some more donations for you, definitely. But I was looking for something in particular this time. I was wondering if you had a copy of it, just so I could look at it. I don't want to sell it or buy it or anything like that.
Of course. What should I check for?
The Power of Dreams by Philippe Kramer.
Right. Give me a second. And she puts you here, put the phone down. She walks off. And comes back maybe a minute or so later. Do you know what's funny? We should have a copy, but it's not there. I mean, if you come over, maybe we can look for it. Maybe someone just misplaced it.
It depends how busy the shop is. I have to stay open until closing time, really. So I'll try and come later in the week if I can.
I'll have a look and I'll call you back if I find it, okay?
Thank you ever so much. And then I guess it'll be checking that the shop is all as it should be. If any customers come in, she'll deal with them. But otherwise, she'll be just like looking into ongoing stuff, whether there's any sales coming up that anything she's interested in getting, whether she'd any reply from Paul after the event in Hamburg, where he said he would put her in touch with any collectors if he heard of that happening.
So far, nothing.
maybe that won't lead to anything.
I would like you to give me an observe situation or investigate. So roll plus reason. Be fine, actually. No, observe, roll plus perception. Sorry.
And that's 10, so success with complications.
You see someone standing outside the shop. Not like directly outside, but across the road. And you didn't notice at first. But they've been there for quite a few minutes now, leaning against the lamppost, smoking a cigarette. What question would you like to ask?
What are they looking for?
You can tell, even though they're not like looking directly at the shop the whole time, you can tell they keep on glancing over. They're much more often towards the shop than they are anything else. They're being fairly discreet about it. You're not sure you would normally have noticed, but you're kind of on tenterhooks at the moment, without even feeling a bit more adrenaline, perhaps. Than
Yeah,
usual.
and she's been feeling a bit observed lately. What with the people watching from the van at the coffee shop and at the breakfast place, and people watching as they were traveling to the apartment. I think somewhere near the apartment. Yeah, she's feeling a little bit like she wishes Harry was around or someone else who could chase that down. She's not that kind of person, but she might try and get a sense of what their intent is. Is it hostile or is it just they're watching to see what happens?
You can't tell that. Yeah, there's only one question, so no.
Yeah, I was kind of working up towards a read a person if I could, but
Oh well,
I
yeah.
think that
You can give me a read a person now that you're paying more attention to it. But
that's 17.
ooh,
Nice.
so you want so one of the things you would know is they appear hostile. I wouldn't say so. They don't. I mean, they're definitely checking the shop out, but you wouldn't get. They don't seem to be gearing up for something. They seem rather relaxed.
Yeah, it feels like watching rather than testing for weaknesses.
Yes.
Okay.
And another question.
Have I seen them before? This particular person? That's not really a read a person, is it? I feel like that's a observe. I'm trying to come up with more of a read a person question.
Well, no, because I think that's fine to ask that because you don't remember actually seeing them, but you can remember the van that Harry mentioned.
Yeah. I think I saw it initially in the front place.
As well, yeah. And you really can't be certain, but this might have been the driver. It's the same kind of bulky shape. I mean, you only had a fleeting glance, but something in your mind just won't let go of that.
And I think going forward, she's going to be more aware and look out for that kind of thing in the future to check. Because it felt weird at the time, but I kind of assumed that maybe someone else in our group was more interesting and they might have a reason for tracking them, but I know there's no sensible reason for them tracking me.
Well,
so I think she's going to be a little bit more vigilant about that kind of thing going forward and just pay a bit more attention.
Maybe ruining your reputation wasn't enough.
Well, I thought that was just like a show of power, that they were showing what they could do if I tried anything to stop her from telling anyone about the stuff she'd found or passing it on to anyone else or anything like that. And then when she returned the collection, they backed off, but the damage had been done, so she's been trying to rebuild since then. She's not going to step back into there again, and I don't imagine the people that wanted her to give her evaluate the collection will go back to her again. So I think that door is closed in a way that hurt her business, but it's not going to continue being a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is new.
This is new. Mike,
Mm-hmm.
you get up, still feeling slightly weak, maybe. As you walk out, after you've missed a bit of the backlight of the phone, you step on it, the sharp pain.
yeah, this is a reminder I didn't need. Um, and when I, take the take the shard of plastic out of my foot,
It's not deep.
sweep up under, sweep up, make sure that there's no more. Uh, I guess, patch up my foot after I've had a very cold and invigorating shower. And great, I will have to call the post office for a new phone. Wonderful. Obviously, I need it for work. It's not like I can slack off on that. And I spend as little time as possible in the apartment before I go off to work.
You head to Jochen's office. You're a little bit early. He did say he was coming in a touch late. The only person there is his secretary, Maria. Mike, I heard about that Melissa. That weekend must almost as steamy as our books, wasn't it?
Gosh, what did this Dietrich fella do to her? Is there? I mean, should I have gone past the news agents and maybe picked up a paper to find out about this?
You can have mine.
Oh,
And
thank
it's
you,
not-
Maria.
It's
Wonderful.
not front page news or anything, but left in Monte Carlo. No, abandoned in Monte Carlo is what it says. It was Monte Carlo they went to, wasn't it? Yeah. That's me not remembering my own story.
Sounds about right.
It's got a small bit about her feeling used and wanting to perhaps press charges. It doesn't go into a lot of details. But she said despite having hired not a bodyguard, but the security, she had been left alone to go with this man who took advantage. But again, not saying how.
Well, I'm a bit mad at her. Not a bit. I'm quite mad at her for her backstabbing me like this. I mean, I know you can't trust these rags, and maybe the reporter, phrased it more strongly than she ever did. But I mean, I full well, remember her leaving that hotel in a rush, and obviously I wasn't in a state to do much about her, and I was relieved at the time to be, no longer in charge when I couldn't physically do it. But it's not like I could have stopped her. That would have been like stopping a hurricane. She's a grown woman. She's, she's a decade older than me, and she can bloody well go fuck whoever she wants. And if she's got bad taste in men, that's none of my fault.
Sorry, keep things.
I sort of make up my mind what to do now. If whether I was sort of expecting to call her and commiserate and check on her, and now I'm, this isn't, it's not her I should be worried about. I should be worried about me. But I ought to dig up some dirt on this Dietrich guy.
Jochen comes in.
Maybe that'll get me out of trouble.
Might do. Door kind of bursts open a little bit and he looks angry. A newspaper in his hand. Well, this just got a lot worse.
Looks like it did, didn't it? What did that woman think she was doing? She's what is she, 40? Who does she expect? Like, I mean, I'm not a Victorian chaperone or something.
Right. Don't know all the details yet, but it seems this piece of shit robbed her.
Oh God, he
Left
probably
in Monte
needed
Carlo.
it too. Yeah. Yeah,
Right.
he's a washed up piece of shit, isn't he? Should we? I don't know. I guess I could go into the archives and try and find dirt on him.
Yeah, that's not going to work. It wasn't him.
Oh,
Yeah, I pulled the wool over on quite a few people. He is wanted for fraud, obviously theft, maybe some other stuff coming up. There was nothing seemed so weird about this guy when you met him.
well, that's worrisome. Worrying, rather.
Right.
Well, how did he get his hands on an invitation?
We have no idea. Was there anyone with him when he came?
I think my notes say Sasha, but I can't remember now. Was he deserted her for Melissa, didn't he?
Yes.
That's right. Yeah, I give my a brief description of Sasha from my memory.
Somewhere we could start. Like Melissa will be back here tomorrow. Maybe, do you think it'd be a good idea for you and her to talk, or would you rather we kept you to the back of this?
Well, I really, I shouldn't ask this of you, but it feels like she's so worked up and emotional that I might only provoke her.
No, I don't think you're wrong there. Right. We'll try and keep you out of this. Take the rest of the week off, okay?
I appreciate it. Yeah, I've still got that stuff about my mother to worry about, and I'm not quite back in shape yet after that flu or whatever that hit me in Hamburg. I really appreciate it, man.
Look, I've
You're
got Friedrich looking out for
you're a
those
friend.
guys. Well, at the moment at least, I've got Friedrich looking into those guys for you. He's going to get me a file as soon as possible, and I'll have it delivered to you. All right.
Absolutely. Thank you.
But that Kramer seems to be, into some weird shit. Satanist stuff, things like that back in the East. Well, and then it smiles at you, back in the homeland.
Do you have any threads on him I could pull on?
Something called the Slavische Gemeinschaft.
I was hoping you were going to say that.
It's.
Oh yeah, I've read this in Magda's address book, I think.
Sorry. Coming from 20, I don't know what 20 sides is, but welcome. How you doing? Yeah, you definitely read it in Magda's address book.
Rings a bell. Yeah, sounds like a good place to start.
You definitely
And then-
heard as well, probably. It was a lot of, you've heard of it, back in your police days and stuff as well. They've been about for a long time. You might have heard rumours here and there.
Oh, well, that's nice.
They weren't, nothing really criminal for the Slavic Gemeinschaft, but they are definitely more nationalist sort of thing. But yeah, Kramer has been a big part of them from the beginning. But also, this Satanist stuff has caught the eyes very, I'm so sorry, very, so fantastic. So tended to grab the eye of people more.
Yeah, so I think what I'll do with those leads is take myself to a newspaper archive and spend the day staring at microfiche.
Sounds like a plan.
The world before the internet really sucked, didn't it?
It did indeed. Elizabeth, the phone rings. Frau König?
Probably a little bit hesitant before she answers it, but yes, she will answer it.
Frau König?
Yes?
Yes. Sorry. My name is Helga Meyer. I'm at the, and I didn't think of a name for this. Fucking hell. The Kornberger Institute. The name rings a bell.
Mm-hmm.
It's where Marcus had been. They went every so often for some help.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a moment?
If the shop's quiet, yeah, she does. So, yes, probably.
The cat jumps up, rubs against you. But I'm sorry to do this over the phone. You're listed as one of his emergency contacts. What was Marcus' surname? Sorry, I don't think you gave it to me.
I don't know if I gave him a surname.
Then Marcus' surname.
Have a wild time.
I'm sorry, he's passed away.
Oh no. That felt awfully sudden. It was just yesterday I got a letter from him.
Yeah, we were wondering if he'd got in contact with you before. Did he happen to mention his mental state at the time, emotional state?
In a sense, but I was aware of the ongoing issue.
Yes, well, sadly he took his own life.
Oh no.
We didn't have your home number, that's why we waited to call till now. He was found on Saturday evening. Won't give you the details. Is it okay if I pass your number on to his mother? She's arranging the funeral.
Of course, but let me give you my personal number so you're not.
Oh, thank you.
And she'll pass that on, but I'm not up to creating a random.
Please.
Thanks.
Yeah, I wouldn't be either. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay. Yes, thank you. And she'll hang up, but she's probably feeling pretty shaken again still by that news because of the dreams and the phone call from the previous night, which may or may not have happened, and everything.
You start to shake a little bit. Your arms itch. Time maybe slows. Mike, you're heading to the archive. Not paying attention where you're going. And you bang into someone. What does Annette look like?
Blonde curls, petite.
Her belly is swollen. She sees you and her eyes go wide. And you see her lip begin to quiver and the tears start to roll down. Mike, what? Why did you say those things, Mike?
I look her up and down, sort of trying to make sure she's real after all the surrealness of the phone call yesterday.
Definitely looks real. You can smell the perfume that she always wore. It's an older one. The clothes are new, but
I sort of hold her in a sort of, like at an arm's distance hug, sort of, to put my arms around her shoulders. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. I was very sick just a couple of days ago. I had a giant flu and I've had such a fever. I'm still a bit sick and I think I must have hallucinated.
It's no excuse.
I'm sorry.
Look,
I
it's
didn't.
okay.
Look, please, I
shouldn't have
I
told you over
need
the
you.
phone anyway.
I need you to know that I'm very happy for you, and I really, really wish you the best. Please. I try and sort of hold her again.
This time she lets you.
I offer her a handkerchief.
She blows her nose on it.
Please, I really did not mean to say any of those things. I'm. This is for the best for both of us, and I'm very glad you can have the life that you want, that you've always wanted.
Thank you. I really wish the best for you, Mike. Look after yourself, okay?
I appreciate it. I'll. Good luck.
And she wipes a tear and walks away.
I think I'm a bit shaky. I I steady myself against a lamp post, sort of nonchalantly. You know, that's just looking like I'm waiting, but in reality, I'm sort of leaning against it. Take a couple deep breaths until I trust myself to not walk into more people.
The streets are not busy. You glance round and it's gone.
Bloody hell, that fever. I'm really, you know, this should not be happening to me. I've been trained better. I should not have these things happening to me. What's become of me?
You head to the archive. You request access to whatever. You're taken to the room. It's dark. You start to pour over the microfiche. Elisabeth, what are you doing?
She's still pretty shaken about this stuff. She could probably made herself another tea and just sitting for a moment in thought about what happened with Marcus and how that went. So, for the sake of everyone else, because I think only Marc and I know what happened at this point, she had given him a book to translate bits of, and it had affected him very badly. Elizabeth's still not entirely sure what was in the book, or even which book it was. Only that something in him broke when he read it, and his mental health just went downhill after that. And she's got a fair amount of guilt just kicking around because of that event. So there's a bit of processing happening that she can't really go and do anything with that. I know she got the message from him, and she hasn't got it with her, but she'll read it again in the evening. He did say not to blame herself, that it's not that did it, and maybe it wasn't, but she's still getting randomized guilt about it.
You left the letter in the apartment anyway. We need to go back to get it. You get some foot traffic throughout the day.
And that's good. That'll take her mind off things.
Early afternoon, you get a call from the library. Elisabeth?
Oh, yes. Hi. Did you find anything about that book?
Yeah, we found it. It's missing a lot of pages though. It's in a terrible condition. Really sorry. If you want, you can go by and look at it, but I think otherwise we're just going to pulp it.
Well, rather than pulp it, can I take it? I can pay you a little for it.
Sure, of course, you don't need to pay a cent. Of course, you can take it. But really, it's missing a lot of material.
This is something to be starting with. I'm supposed to have a copy of it myself, but it's vanished completely.
Strange, isn't it?
Very. Do you know anyone who knows Kramer?
No, I don't. But we've got some newspapers here. You can have a look, maybe.
I don't know. I might check my contacts. I was literally at Hamburg for another event on Friday.
Oh,
No,
how was
it
it?
wasn't Friday. It was earlier in the week than
Yeah,
that. Sorry,
Thursday.
my days are all confused because I got sick whilst I was there.
Oh, no.
The event was really lovely, but we all, like me and some people I was sharing a table with, we all caught a kind of virus or something. I've been not feeling great since then. Not 100%. Very weird dreams. It's not a great time. But
That sounds terrible.
maybe there's people I know I can ask. Might be someone who I met at that event I could catch up with. Could be an excuse to talk to some people one-on-one. You know, these things. You see everyone and you wave to them, but you don't always get a chance to say hi properly.
Of course.
Especially when some of them have been drinking. Anyway, I won't burden you with this. I will get to the library next chance I get. Thank you ever so much.
Okay, no problem. I'll put it to the side for you. And the rest of the afternoon, passing mostly uneventful. Just one point. You head so a little bit into the back where the light doesn't quite reach. You hear creaking. You turn slightly. You see Marc's body swinging back and forth. We'll keep it together, please.
I haven't actually got it together enough to keep it together to roll it.
Fair enough.
That's how bad it is. It's infecting me in real life.
Sorry,
There we go. It's the top in the middle. I've got 11.
11.
Yeah. So I am feeling. I can't see the list. Oh, there we go.
Probably scared or guilt-ridden, I would say.
I think guilt-ridden feels a bit about right.
Yep. Let's drop one stability.
Mm-hmm. That's not going well. Gonna have to work on that somehow.
Then you hear the chanting.
Pardon?
Then you hear the chanting.
Oh no.
You close your eyes, cover your ears, until you feel the cat at your feet. And it's only an hour or two until you meet the rest of them to go to Magda's apartment. Maik and Microfiche, you are twirling the knobs, going through each thing, looking for any information you can get. Your leg is itching. First down at the ankle.
I scratch absent-mindedly.
You scratch absent-mindedly. You feel... Is that fur? And it moved.
Ah!
Then your thigh. And a sharp pain. And you feel it bury into your leg, into the flesh there. And you feel the teeth start to nibble at your muscle.
You know, I think I need to keep it together to make sure I'm not falling out of my chair as I try and sort of, jump up. And in my current state, I can absolutely see myself just literally, falling off the chair. But no, I am so keeping it together. This is a 19 despite me being neurotic.
Yes. Fucking minuses of the but you know this isn't real. This happened in the dream the other night.
Right.
But you feel the pain. You feel there's more of them and more. And you keep it together, you push it down. And the itching doesn't stop. It's on your arms, your legs. The pain is gone. You look down, there's no fucking rats. But you smell burning. You glance, the microfiche has taken flame.
Oh shit.
Quickly as a woman come to help you. Oh, this happens sometimes with the odour. The lights, I'm really sorry about this. Like, if you can come back another day, I'll see if sometimes we have backup copies. But this is, I'm so sorry.
Well, yeah. Sorry for the inconvenience too. I hope I hope the damage to your archive isn't too big.
It's like, seriously, we're trying to update things. It's happened more than once. It's really, I'm so sorry. I'll make sure that I've got a note of what you wanted, and we'll see if we can get something else. If we can get another copy, we'll get it, or whatever I can retrieve from this.
I'll try and say something smart about the flammability of celluloid, maybe, considering the keep it together.
She gives one of those laughs that so many women have to give when men say inane things. Yeah, of course. So if you head this way, please. You glance at your watch. It's almost time to meet the rest of them.
Wow, what a day. What a waste of a day.
And I can't wait to see what the rest of them get up to in their day. And we'll leave it there for tonight. So, how was your evening?
Delightful.
That's what I like to hear. You, Lavaita?
I've got a fire alarm going off again.
Yay! Again?
Yay!
It's just stopped. We think the battery is broken. We're going to take the battery out after this. Sorry about that.
Well, don't worry about it.
It's horrifying. I had a good. Is that the word? It was an effective time. It was a game of Cults. What do you want to say? It was exactly what we expect from Cult.
Excellent.
And my stability is dropping rapidly.
Oh, I wonder how that happens. And you're the person that has no friends, so you can't really build it back up again. It's yeah. Anyway,
It's all going to be on the cat.
well, exactly. So you need to make use of that. Actually, Yeti, you can probably get back one stability for that little moment with Annette.
Ah, nice.
I should have
Yeah, I
thought of
wasn't
that.
sure how positive that really was, but yeah, it was better than the phone call
It
for
was
sure.
better than the phone call, most definitely. Right. If either of you have anything you want to plug, either for yourselves or someone else, please do so. Otherwise, we're just gonna fuck off. Yeah.
I'm planning to run Vampire on Friday. If
Let's-
people haven't seen the last episode, I think it went quite well. It's up on YouTube, but yeah, hopefully we'll continue that and bring it to an end soon.
Definitely. Yeti?
I think a couple more episodes of my Embers of Humanity podcast have dropped. I think we might have even released the full second season now. So go and enjoy if you want some
I don't have the link for
light-hearted
that.
post-apocalypse.
You need to give me the link.
Yes.
Yeah, we are back in 2 weeks with this. I don't know if I'll get anything coming up in between. We are also getting ready for the new podcast with a few Cult one-shots, which will be starting very soon, I hope. So, thank you very much. We're not going to wait anyone because I'm tired and I don't want to say it. I'm sorry, I need to go. So we're just going to fuck off just now. Thank you very much for watching. If you're watching on YouTube or whatever, like, subscribe, blah, 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 blah. Leave comments. Comments are always nice. Have a good night or day, afternoon. I don't give a fuck. Bye.
Bye.